Peterson here from RogerPetersonMusic.com. I am so excited the end of May 2020 to finally be releasing my first EP, Extended Play. It's a great piece of music, Trinity of Praise, the complete trilogy consisting of number 1, the Father, number 2, the Son, and number 3, the Holy Spirit. These 3 pipe organ pieces are a perfect piece of music to be used in church, especially as a joyful postlude following a great worship service. And they can also be used by the organist training in college as recital pieces. Let me take you on a brief journey in terms of how God developed this music through me. Way back in the 1960s and 1970s, my father pastored Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Dayton, Iowa. And one of the blessings of growing up as a preacher's kid was access to the incredible piano and pipe organ in that church. As a teenager, I actually took 2 years of pipe organ lessons, and that kind of began setting me on a trajectory of creating pipe organ music. So fast forward a couple of years to the 1980s, where I was now living in Minneapolis. In the 1980s, I got very involved in my home church, Lutheran Church of the Master in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. I went on a short-term mission trip to Haiti with them, eventually forming an international mission organization, STEM Ministries, STEM International. The STEM Press Division is still active today, and it's something that I still am the CEO of. But also in the 1980s, I headed up an organ search committee. As a matter of fact, I led the efforts for our church to replace its out-of-date organ. The notebook with all the notes, including the original proposal to the church council in 1982 to establish an organ search committee. And we spent the next 4 years listening to organs, meeting, praying, eventually purchasing and installing a 3-manual Allen digital pipe organ. After that organ was installed and dedicated, I would go over to the church. I lived just a couple blocks away and wasn't married yet. I'd go over to the church in the evenings, many evenings, and just play and play and play. Wonderful church hymns. And I began writing some music that eventually wound up as 3 pieces that we're calling Trinity of Praise. Back in those pre-computer days, the only way to write out music without a computer, they just really didn't exist back then, was with citation manuscript paper. This is from college in the 70s. I wrote out by hand in 1986, Trinity of Praise, number 1, the Father. And it was just simply done page by page, pencil by pencil. Here's number 3, the Holy Spirit. Now fast forward to the 20-teens, we've got great computers and software. And I purchased for my Mac computer Finale Print Music. With Finale Print Music, I could do a couple of things, not the least of which was produce a professional looking score. But not only that, Finale Print Music offers the ability to take this score, connect MIDI instruments to it, and the score itself will actually play the instrument. What we got here on one computer screen is the first of 4 pages of Trinity of Praise, number 1. And then what I've got in the same computer on the second screen is the ARIA player, which works with Finale, and what I've got programmed and loaded into ARIA are pedal notes, actual pipe organ pedal notes. Moving to Florida in 2013, the great churches we've been involved with, where I've been playing keyboards in the worship band, interestingly, don't have pipe organs. So I've got a bit of a problem on my hands. How do I record my pipe organ music without a pipe organ? Well, here we go. Technology and computers to the rescue. So now in this segment of the video, what I've done is I've set up pipe organ pedals and I'm pushing them through Finale Print Music, where it is reading just the pedal score only. And what happens is I get an entire track of organ pedal music. Here's just a bit of it. Using the same process, I create several different stops or pipe organ settings and allow Finale to record each one of those and then export audio tracks into my DAW, which is GarageBand. You can see here are the pedals at the very bottom. Then all of these things we blend together and we get this majestic piece. It is the equivalent of me playing a real pipe organ. I hope you've enjoyed this little peek into how the Lord is allowing me now to finally produce music in my home studio in Florida. And by the way, to all my great friends in Iowa and Minnesota, here's a Menards hat. Man, I miss that store.